Okay, so this is going to be the first in a series of videos going through the writing process of the extended essay. And like every writing process, the first stage is brainstorming. So we've got a fantastic picture here with a brain, lightning shooting out of it. Very intimidating. The process can be intimidating. You might have many ideas, you might have no idea. You might not know exactly where to begin, or you might, already have a pretty good picture. But hopefully, this will leave you with a path to follow. So one of the first things that you can think of is in the first semester of your 11th grade, you did this extended essay presentation page as an audience member, which means that you saw other students present their extended essay work. And this might have also given you some ideas. You might have seen some students present on topics in biology or in history or in world studies or whatever. But when you did fill out this page, you either saw 2 or 3 presenters, and they provided you with some ideas about what the topics could look like. In addition to this work, at the bottom of the page, you are asked to brainstorm what subjects or content you were most interested in different classes in the past few years in high school. So, for different subjects, this is obviously going to look different. For science, this might be concepts like the cell. For history, this might be ideas like the Mexican Revolution. For English, this might be novels like Les Mis or Animal Farm. For math, this might have to do with geometry or algebra 2. But whatever those topics or kind of pieces of content are, when you were learning them, you might have been thinking like, hey, this is something that I wanted to learn more about. So that might also be a starting point. In addition, in 11th grade, either in the first half or the second half of the year, depending on the class, you probably had to start work on an internal assessment. That internal assessment can also be something that you can expand on in your extended essay. Now, that doesn't mean it can be like the exact same question. It can't be the exact same question, but it can borrow some of the same information and focus as the topic. So, for example, if your topic was the rise of Fidel Castro for your internal assessment, and you looked at maybe like different conditions and methods that allowed him to rise to power in 1959, your exact extended essay topic could somehow build or expand on maybe other elements of Castro. Maybe, for example, like his rule. Or maybe, for example, like what factors in his rise influenced his decisions as a ruler. So something like that. So you can stay within the topic and use a lot of the similar information that you may have already gathered to go further, to reach a higher level of depth. In addition to those previous assignments that you've already done and the presentations that you've already seen, there is on the extended essay page a useful place where you can go. So if you go to sites.google.com as a member, once you're logged into your AmSchool account, one of the links should be the IB program at AST. If you click on that link, it'll come up with all the types of information that are pertinent on the IB program, and one of them is the extended essay. If you click on the extended essay, there's again like a whole bunch of links with a variety of different information, but one of them is where can I look for information? And if you click on that link, it'll show you a variety of different tools that you can use in your brainstorming search for what you might be interested in. So obviously, like it says here, the first stop for brainstorming is usually the school library or Destiny or EBSCO. But in addition to those, there's a variety of other ones that you can use. I think that some of these apps like Flipboard and Google Newsstand are extremely useful at like synthesizing many, really dozens and hundreds of different news sources. They're apps that are free. They're apps that you can put on your phone. And with Flipboard particularly, you can actually identify categories of information and follow those categories. And the app will focus and sort news with respect to what you want to see. So this is incredibly useful. In addition to that, there's multimedia sources like YouTube, TED Talks, Vice News. I'm pretty sure that no matter what you're doing, these are going to be very useful at generating ideas. In addition to that, in the grid below, there's a table where multiple news sources from many different countries can be found. So there's some from the United Kingdom, some from the United States, some local ones from Honduras, some from India, Mexico, Spain, etc. So a lot of this is for maybe people who might be more interested in the humanities, but not necessarily, because there's lots of science news. Pretty much every type of news is there. So if you don't know where to start, if you're looking, what might I be interested in, these are some helpful tools that can get you started.